All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. We're going to talk about the daughter of the GOAT versus the self-proclaimed GWOAT, Claressa Shields. Laila Ali says, put the money on the table, man, and I'll fight. I find it hilarious, man, and this is a perfect opportunity for me to talk about how good I think Claressa Shields is and how Laila Ali probably don't want no parts of that and probably never would have wanted any parts of that. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. Subscribers, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. Also, special thank you to everybody that supports on the Patreon, everybody that joins, all the LDBC members that have joined the channel. Thank you guys so much for that support. And also, definitely be here Monday through Fridays for the live streams and Sunday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time for OG Boxing Talk, the centerpiece of this channel where we chop up boxing with my co-host and my partner, Blood Boxing, and the rest of the panel, KQ, KC, Trap House Boxing, and Curtis Anderson, where we wrap up the weekend boxing. I think you'll really enjoy that show, so make sure you're there. And if you're a Patreon, man, go check out those last 2 Patreon uploads we did. The first in a couple new series that we talk about. Just go over there and check that out. It'd be greatly appreciated. I think you'll enjoy it. Now, Claressa Shields, T-Rex, the GWOAT, the greatest woman of all time, according to Claressa Shields and Claressa Shields fans. And so Claressa Shields, I do believe, was on The Breakfast Club. I didn't hear the interview, but I did hear the responses from several people that said Laila Ali would be willing to fight Claressa Shields if the money was right, put the money on the table. Now, here's my thing, man. I am so happy to be able to say this, okay? Because I swear I have taken, there's a couple topics on this channel that I take heat from my subscribers and supporters, okay? Subscribers and supporters. Just so you guys think that every time you disagree, he'll block you. Every time if you have a different opinion, he doesn't want you around. No, I just don't want you around if you're a jerk. Okay, if you're a jerk and you're rude to me, I want you gone. It's not fun for me to talk to people who behave like jerks. It's just what it is. So I have a low tolerance for it. I'm sorry. Okay, I like supporters and people that are, that we can disagree and go back and forth and crack jokes on one another. But at the same time, there's that clear feeling that we respect one another. And if you ain't that, you gotta go. So, but there are many people on the channel that fit into that category when it comes to a couple things. Terrence Crawford's necessity to fight, the necessity of Terrence Crawford to fight somebody at 147 pounds, and whether or not Claressa Shields is the greatest woman of all time. Okay, I get a lot of slack because I'm like, you have lost your mind if you think that's the case, okay? Or you just never heard of Cecilia Brækhus or really just walked down and actually watched her fight and look at the number of wins she has as an undisputed champion and as a unified champion. Her record is just ridiculous, okay? And she's an excellent fighter. Technically, she's an excellent fighter. So, anyway, I get into people with that on Claressa Shields after every Claressa Shields fight. So I find it so refreshing to be able to agree with some people with this Laila Ali stuff, because Laila Ali is not Cecilia Brækhus, okay? Cecilia Brækhus, I believe, has a better resume and I think she's a better fighter than Claressa Shields. But hey man, that can be proven. That's just a matter of opinion. But the resume thing and who's done the most and accomplished most, it's just such a wash for for Cecilia Brækhus that I just don't want to have a conversation. But when you bring up Laila Ali, nah, I'm not buying it, man. I'm not buying that Laila Ali is Claressa Shields. I think Claressa Shields is a better fighter than Laila Ali was. And I believe that she's accomplished more than Laila Ali did. And I think that Claressa Shields is a real fighter. See, the thing with Cecilia Brækhus and Claressa Shields is they are real fighters. They are true to the game boxers. Laila Ali, I believe, floated on her daddy's name by and large. And a lot of the interest in her, the lot of the accolades that she got were directly related to the fact that she is the daughter of Muhammad Ali. And she's a very pretty lady. And she's a very pretty lady, without a doubt. So the combination of the two, and the name Ali got her a lot of attention. As a fighter, I thought she's a better fighter than I thought she would be. She was a good fighter. She had decent hand speed. She had decent power. She obviously worked very hard. She's not lacking in confidence or courage at all. Okay, so she was a tough one. She's pretty, she's tough, and she had a very big name. But she's not the pedigreed fighter that Claressa Shields is. She did not go through, the amateur ranks like Claressa Shields did. And she's from the United States, just like Claressa Shields is from the United States, okay? That Cecilia Brækhus stuff, because I know it's coming in the comment section, that Cecilia Brækhus stuff about the amateurs is null and void because boxing was illegal in Norway. She was basically breaking the law, learning how to fight. So how can she go to the Olympics if they don't have the Olympics in Norway? But I digress. As far as it relates to Claressa Shields and Laila Ali, I don't buy it at all. There's nothing about Laila Ali that I saw in the ring that really made that. I thought she was a good fighter. And it was really nice to watch her fight because she did look like Ali. Because she did move, like, how you have the same mannerisms as I have some of the same mannerisms that my son has, or however you want to say it. My son has mannerisms that I have, and there'll be times that I'm talking to my wife, and my wife would be like, "Dang, that's where he gets that look from. He moves his head like you move your head." And I'm like, "Really, me? See, I just did it there. That's very much my son." And you see that with Laila Ali and Muhammad Ali. With the first couple times I watched her fight, I was like, wow, that's just so interesting, man, that her legs looked like his legs. It's just wild. So I appreciated her for that. Claressa Shields, on the other hand, man, Claressa Shields, she ain't got the most power in the world, but that girl can fight, man. And she is tough. She's confident. And I just don't think that crew of fighters that got a lot of attention during the time that Laila Ali was fighting, I don't really believe, man, I think that it was kind of a crew of people that were riding off the names, who were associated with their fathers who were great fighters. Rest in peace. There was Frida Foreman. There was also Jackie Lai. I think it was Joe Frazier's daughter. I think it was Jackie Lies Frazier. She was an attorney, but she was, she had went to law school. She was a very educated woman and then picked up boxing later on in life. Like Laila Ali, I think she might have been married to, if not Curtis, her first husband's probably Curtis Conway, or her current husband might be Curtis Conway, but her husband before that was a boxing trainer that was training her, and she got into boxing after she was married. This is just for those three fighters. That was just something that they picked up later in life, but they were very good athletes, right? Because they came from extremely good athletic stock. But that's not the case. That's not the case with Laila Ali, man. And I don't think that it really would be fair to compare. I think it's unfair to Claressa Shields to compare Laila Ali to her, because Laila Ali was much more circumstance and pomp and circumstance than Claressa Shields was. What Claressa Shields is truly earned, in my opinion. She's truly earned it, with the exception of when you start comparing her to Cecilia Brækhus, because similarly, I'm not holding Laila Ali in the same regard that I hold Claressa Shields. I'm not doing it, because I remember that. I do hold Claressa Shields in high regard like I hold Cecilia Brækhus, but I'm just not willing with Claressa Shields to give her credit for 10, 12 years of work being put in that she hasn't put in yet. You know, like I'm sure that, you know, Luka Doncic, who's a young basketball player for the Dallas Mavericks. I'm sure, I mean, he very well might wind up having an incredible career, but I'm not going to put him up there with LeBron James and Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and guys like that who've had their whole careers be complete, because you do every once in a while see somebody that starts off really well and then fizzles out for one reason or another, like a Penny Hardaway, you know, in basketball. And I say the same thing about boxing. I'm not gonna compare Claressa Shields to what I believe was kind of a sideshow, and I'm not going to give Claressa Shields credit, you know, as a pretty much she has 11 fights, she has 10 fights. Right? I'm not going to give her credit for somebody that has been putting in work at the same level she's putting it in, but has been doing it successfully for 12 years, 11 undisputed title defenses, 23 unified title defenses at welterweight. I just can't do it. But you let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.